electric field and electric potential. So the basic question is there any connection between electric field and potential? And if yes, then what is that connection? How to use it? All that. Okay. So the relation between electric field and potential. So let me tell you, there is a very simple relation between electric field and potential. So please write relation between electric field and potential. Potential is given as E is equal to minus dV by dr. E is equal to minus dV by dr. That means differentiation of potential with respect to r. Yash is saying my screen is not visible. Can you all see the screen? How many of you can see the screen? So differentiation of potential with respect to position distance gives electric field. Okay. So differentiation of potential with respect to position or distance gives electric field. All right. And basically negative sign is also there. Okay. So negative differentiation you can say, or negative of differentiation. So let me add that also. Negative of. Okay. Negative of differentiation of potential, this gives electric field. So now let me give you a question. If potential in a region is given as, so V is equal to R square, or you can say 5R square. Find electric field in the region. Find electric field in the region. So yeah, that's very easy to solve, as you all can see. So answer E is equal to minus dV by dr. So that will give us E is equal to minus and d by dr of 5r square. So differentiation of 5r square will be 10r. So E will be minus 10r. E will be minus 10r. All right. Now, there is a question from my side. We all know that potential is a scalar quantity. Yes or no? Yes. We all know that electric field is a vector quantity. Yes or no? Yes. So when potential is a scalar quantity, electric field is a vector quantity, how we are converting a scalar into a vector? How we are converting a scalar into a vector just by differentiation? So how it is happening? How it is happening? That is my question. Can anybody going to answer this? Is there anyone who is going to answer this? How a
So
scalar quantity is
is
getting
it
converted into vector? Huh?
so is it because it's being differentiated with respect to R?
Actually, there are many things which can be differentiated with respect to R. So that is not going to make anything a vector. So let me tell you the inside story or deeper story behind this. Okay. So the actual relation between E vector and V is given as, okay, because the thing which was told to you, it was superficial, though it was right, but it was superficial. Okay, so what is the actual relation? Let us see. And that relation is E vector is equal to minus del V. This is the relation. E is equal to minus del V. What you can see here is a triangle shape, or you can say delta, inverted delta. So here this is del. So here del is a del is a vector operator. Vector operator. Understood? So due to this vector operator del, we are converting a scalar into a vector. We are converting a scalar into a vector due to by the help of del. So what exactly is this del? So pay attention. Del is basically dou by dou x I cap plus dou by dou y j cap plus dou by dou z k cap. So this is the value of del, or you can say del vector. This is the value of del. All right. Now what is this dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z? This is called partial differentiation. This is called partial differentiation. Here dou by dou x is partial differentiation. Partial differentiation with respect to x and so on. Okay. Now you might ask, sir, what is the difference between partial differentiation and complete differentiation? What is the difference between partial differentiation and complete differentiation. So for example, try to understand what you are doing. You are doing d by dx of xy. You are doing d by dx of xy. Yeah, it is dou. And you are doing dou by dou x of xy. So d by dx of xy will be nothing but x into dy by dx plus y into dx by dx. So x into dy by dx, x into dy by dx plus y. This will be your answer in first case. This will be your answer in first case. And in second case, it will x into y by dou x plus y into dou x by dou x, and that gives you 0 plus y. Everyone first note this and understand what is happening here, then I'll explain further. Okay. Noted. Everyone noted. Yes, Gurav, you need to rectify your network. Yes, Gurav, you need to rectify your network. Okay. Even your typing is cracking badly. Okay. Everyone, please pay attention. We have done two things. Number one and number two. Okay. In first case, when we are differentiating xy with respect to x. Americo, please keep your mic on mute. Americo, thank you. So what I was telling you, that in first case, you are doing differentiation, complete differentiation, okay, of xy with respect to x. You are doing complete differentiation of xy with respect to x, and that is in first case. So what you did, you applied u into v formula. What is u into v formula? D by dx of u into v is equal to u dv by dx plus v du by dx. So what we did using that, we wrote x into dy by dx plus y into dx by dx. So that becomes x dy by dx plus y. So in first case, what we did, we have done complete differentiation. Okay. And in second case, we have done partial differentiation. So what is meaning of partial differentiation? Listen very carefully. In partial differentiation, you treat only x as the variable. Why only x? Why not y? Because we are differentiating with respect to x. So in partial differentiation, you have treated only x as the variable and y it is treated as constant. Y is treated as constant. Okay. So as y is treated as constant, dy by dx became how much? 0. Dy by dx became 0. Why? Because y is treated as constant. Y is treated as constant. All right. Okay. So x into 0 becomes 0 and y into dou x by dou x becomes 1. So try to understand what is the meaning of partial differentiation. In partial differentiation, only the variable with respect to which you are differentiating, that will be treated as variable, rest everything will be treated as constant. So in the second way, in the second method, y is treated as constant, x is treated as variable and it is differentiated. That is the meaning of partial differentiation. Okay, let me explain this in a different way. Suppose many of you are sitting in a class. Okay, all of you are sitting in a class, and in first case what happens, a person comes inside the room with a stick. A person comes inside the room with a stick and start beating whoever is coming in front of the person. Okay, and he is beating everyone without any discrimination, treating all of you equally. Okay, that is complete differentiation. That is complete differentiation, and everyone is getting beaten without any partiality. In the second case, same person comes inside the room with the stick and shows a photo that I want this person only, rest of you can move aside. So in second case what is happening, only one person is getting beaten, the rest are safe. So that is partial differentiation. Partial differentiation. And which person will get beaten? Which person will be beaten? Only the one which is present in the denominator. So in this example, what you can see, x is the variable, that's why only x is being differentiated and y is treated as constant. Y is treated as constant. Understood? All right. Now let me give you a question for practice so that you can realize that what is happening and how things are happening. Okay. So let me give you a question. If v is equal to x square plus y square, find E vector. That is the question. That is the question. If v is equal to x square plus y square, if v is equal to x square plus y square, find E vector. That is the question. Please solve. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. Please pay attention and see how the question is to be solved. So E vector is equal to minus del V E is equal to minus del V is equal to minus is outside. Now pay attention. Dou by dou x of x square plus y square I cap plus dou by dou y of x square plus y square j cap plus dou by dou z of x square plus y square k cap. Okay, so this is the scenario. Now minus is anyway outside. In first case, you are differentiating with respect to x. Okay, so in first case, as you are differentiating with respect to x, y will be treated as constant. So what you can write is 2x, or let me use white thing. So what you can write is 2x plus 0, because differentiation of y square will be 0, I cap. Now if you talk about second case, in second case what is happening, x, because differentiation is with respect to y, x will be treated as constant and y will be treated as variable. So differentiation of x square will be 0 and differentiation of y square will be 2y and j cap is outside. In third case, you are differentiating with respect to x. Sorry, you are differentiating with respect to z. So as you are differentiating with respect to z, x and y both will be treated as constant. So differentiation of x square will be 0 and differentiation of y square will also be 0. So this will be the scenario. So after cleansing, what you can write is minus is outside, 2 can also be taken outside, x I cap plus y j cap. This is the answer. If you have not used I cap and j cap in your answer, if you have not used I cap and j cap in your answer, then your answer is wrong. If you have not written I cap and j cap in your answer, then your answer is wrong, because you are giving a vector answer and a vector must have I cap and j cap to represent itself. So all of you who are giving minus of 2x plus y, listen carefully, are wrong basically. Without I cap and j cap, your answers are wrong. Okay, somebody was saying something. Please go ahead.
So could you please explain which two terms have you taken as the variable in the third case?
In third case, if you have z to be differentiated, then it will be treated as variable. Otherwise, rest everything is constant. So x is constant, it has become 0. Y is constant, its differentiation became 0. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Noted, everyone? Next question. If v is equal to x square plus y square plus z square, find E vector. Please find. Quickly give answers, everyone. Don't be sleepy. So here, please pay attention. E vector will be minus del V is equal to minus dou by dou x of x square plus y square plus z square plus I cap plus dou by dou y of x square plus y square plus z square j cap plus dou by dou z of x square plus y square plus z square k cap. So when you solve it further, minus is outside, it will be 2x. I am writing directly this time plus 2y plus 2z k cap, and that can be written as minus 2 is taken out xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. That is the answer. That is the answer. All right. All right. All right. Next question on your computer screen. If V is equal to x square plus 2xy. Find E vector. Find E vector. And let me make it more interesting. At 1 comma 2, that means at x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. All right, enough time given everyone. Please pay attention. So E is equal to minus del V is equal to minus is outside dou by dou x of x square plus 2xy I cap plus dou by dou y of square plus 2xy j cap, and as variables are x and y, so next will be 0, so I am not talking about that. All right, now minus is anyway outside. Differentiation of x square with respect to x, that will be 2x, and differentiation of 2xy, so y is constant, 2 is constant, differentiation of x will be 1, so that will be 2y, and this is I cap, plus now you are going to differentiate with respect to y. So when you are differentiating with respect to y partially, differentiation of x square will be 0 plus differentiation of 2xy will be 2x, and that is j cap. So minus is anyway outside. If you want, you can take 2 also outside. So x plus y I cap plus x j cap x plus y I cap plus x j cap. Okay. Now at 1 comma 2, so E vector, and you can mention at 1 comma 2 is equal to minus 2, this is 1 plus 2 I cap plus 1 j cap, so that will be minus 2 3 I cap plus j cap. That is the answer. That is the answer. So if you are taking 2 inside, that will be minus 6 I cap plus 2 j cap. That's the answer. How many of you got the correct answer? How many of you got the correct answer? How many of you got the correct answer? Noted, everyone? Next question. If electric field is given as E vector is equal to 10 I cap plus 5 j cap, find potential at have you written the question? Because I wanted to make it simpler. If E vector is equal to, let me first keep it simple. Next time I'll give you. So if E is equal to 5x square or 5r square, find potential at r is equal to 5. Consider potential at r is equal to 0 as 0. Okay, please solve. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. Please pay attention. So we have been given, listen very carefully. We have been given E is equal to 5r square. Okay, given. Now E can be written as minus dV by dr, and that is equal to 5r square. That can be written as 5r square, right? So from here, minus dv is equal to 5r square dr. Okay, integrating both sides. Integrating both sides. So what you can observe, minus is outside, or integration dv is equal to 5 is constant, integration r square dr. Now your r is changing from 0 to 5. R is going from 0 to 5. Let me use a different color for limits. R is going from 0 to 5. Okay. Now remember, at R is equal to 0, potential is 0. At R is equal to 0, potential is 0. At R is equal to 5, let's say potential is V. That's we need to calculate. So we'll calculate that. So when you are going to integrate this, so this will be integration dv will be V is equal to minus 5, and integration r square dr will be r cube by 3, and limit is from 0 to 5, and this limit is from 0 to V. So V minus 0, I am solving now here. V minus 0 is equal to minus 5 by 3, and limit will be 5 cube minus 0 cube. So 5 cube is 5 into 5 into 5 is 125. So V comes out to be minus 625 by 3 volt. Answer. 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 Okay. So V is equal to minus 625 by 3 volt. Understood, everyone? Any doubt? Any question? So now as you have understood this, let me give you another question. Question. So if E vector is equal to 10 I cap plus 5j cap plus 4k cap, find potential at
Sir, can you
1,
scroll up a bit?
1, 3, comma 5, given V is equal to 0 at origin. I hope you understand what is origin.
Done, sir.
Everyone, please pay attention. Enough time given. So E is equal to minus del V, or you can say minus dV by dr. So that gives you dV is equal to minus E dot dr. dV is equal to minus E dot dr. You can note this formula. dV is equal to minus E dot dr. So dV comes out to be minus E is given as 10 I cap plus 5j cap plus 4k cap. And dr will be dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. So that gives us dV is equal to minus is anyway outside 10 dx, because I dot I will be 1, plus 5 dy, because j dot j will be 1, plus 4k 4 dz, because k dot k will be 1. So V is equal to integration dV, and from 0 to V is equal to minus is outside 10 integration dx, and limit is from 0 to 1, plus 5 integration dy, limit is from 0 to 3, plus 4 integration dz, and limit is from 0 to 5. So this is the thing. This is the thing. So V comes out to be minus is outside. Integration dx comes out to be x, and limit is from 0 to 1, plus 5 dy comes out to be y 0 to 3, plus 4 z 0 to 5. So that comes out to be minus outside, and this bracket is already closed. So minus is outside, 1 minus 0, that is 1. I'm writing directly. Plus 5 into 3 plus 4 into 5. So that comes out to be 5 into 4 is 20 plus 15, 35 plus 1, 36. Minus 36 is the answer. How you are getting 45? Amod, Sakshi and Yash. Just a second. 10 dx. Just a second. So this will be 10. Okay, this will be 45. 20 plus 15. This also is 10. 20 plus 15 is 35 plus 10 is 45. Answer will be 45. Please note. Noted. Next question. So if electric field is given as E is equal to C upon R square, here C is a constant, find potential. Okay, pay attention everyone. So E is equal to C upon R square, right? Now E can be written as minus dV by dr, and that is C upon R square. So what you can write further is minus dV is equal to C upon R square into dr, right? So integration of minus dV, and that will be from 0 to R, 0 to V basically, and C is outside, integration dr upon R square. Now here we are going from infinity to R, limit we are taking from infinity to R. Why? Because when distance is very large, when distance is infinite, potential will be 0. Okay, so when r is equal to infinity, potential is 0. When r is equal to infinity, potential is 0. And when r will become r, potential will be v. So that's what we are going to find out. So now we are going to solve this further. So integration dv will be v, and limit is from 0 to v is equal to minus c. Integration dr upon r square is minus 1 upon r, and limit is from infinity to r. So v minus 0 is equal to minus minus plus c, 1 upon r minus 1 upon infinity. So that becomes v is equal to c by r. Answer. Okay, and we have seen that also. If E is equal to kq by r square, so v is equal to kq by r. We have seen that. We have seen that. And where have we seen this? We have seen this in electric field due to a point charge. So for a point charge, electric field is given as kq by r square, and for a point charge, electric potential is given as kq by r. All right, all right, all right. Okay, very good, very good. Next question on your computer screen. If E is equal to kq r upon r cube, find potential. Find potential. Okay, so here E is equal to KQR upon R cube. Okay. So minus dV upon dr is equal to KQR upon R cube. So dV is equal to minus KQ upon R cube into R dr. Integrating both sides. Integrating both sides. Integrating both sides. So V is equal to minus KQ upon R cube minus KQ upon R cube into R square by 2, or let me directly write it, into R square by 2 plus constant. We are doing indefinite integration here. We are doing indefinite integration here. Okay. Now in this question, if you look close, we have not been told that where the potential is 0. If you read the question once again, it is not been informed that where the potential is 0. Okay. We have not been informed where the potential is 0. Now if we want to assume, assuming V is equal to 0 at R is equal to 0, then C is equal to 0. But again, it is an assumption. It is an assumption, I am telling you. So V comes out to be minus KQ R square upon 2R cube. 2R cube. That will be the answer. Okay. Understood? So Spruha, Sakshi, Padma, Lisa, Varun, Varad, Yash, Amod. These people solved it correctly. All right. There was a question from Yash. He was saying, sir, could you please repeat the last part? Which last part, Yash? Which last part, Yash? Which last part you were talking about, Yash? For the last question. Okay. What I was telling you basically, that we know when E is equal to KQ by R square, V is equal to KQ by R. Correct? We know that. So same way here also, the question was E is equal to C upon R square. So we got V is equal to C by R, because if you replace C by KQ, for example, if you put here kq by r square. So what your potential will be? V is equal to kq by r. That's what I was trying to tell you. There is a clear-cut connection. You could have used that also. Yes, is saying, sir, can we perform indefinite integration there? Yes, you can do. You can do, but you have to handle the value of constant. You have to handle the value of constant. You can do indefinite integration there also. You can do indefinite integration there also. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that is enough for today. We'll study further in the next class. In the meantime, keep studying, keep solving questions,
Sir,
and keep asking. Yes.
sir, could you please scroll down?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.